Father Philip,
Yes?
Aliena says you can pay your workers. She has enough money to buy up all the Priory's wool and sell it in shiring. And that way, you get your money earlier.
Really?
But you have to accompany her to shiring. She has to fetch the money first.
The sooner the better. I have to talk to Percy Hamley anyway. Thank you, Jack. Now you better get back to work. Tom wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, if I talk to Tom now, he'll insist I stay at the construction site and work. Am I really done out here?
Yeah, I guess we are.
Jack!
What?
Come here, please.
People keep standing underneath that platform with bricks on it. I keep thinking it's going to drop
You
on
wanted to
someone.
finish your Corbel, and I let you. Sub-Prior Remy just told me you disturbed the monks in the scriptorium.
Philip told me to practice reading.
The Bible, not the kind of book you were looking for. Then you go and waste your time in the cemetery and the market, and in the kitchen, and chatting to the Fullers.
I made a balm for them. I wanted to help them.
You should have been working instead. Don't you know how close we are to shutting down the construction? If I'd not planned ahead, it would all be over now. But how am I to plan ahead if I can't rely on you, Jack?
What? Watch out! Whoa.
Told you.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Up here! Hey, hurry up, quick!
Oh, this guy.
What's going on here?
Your son thinks I dropped the stones. You were the one who pulled them up, weren't you? Of course. That is my job. He was probably angry because he might not get paid.
Alfred, stop it.
What?
Peter, what happened?
I'm not sure, but there was a monk. He was wearing a black robe, and when he saw me looking at him, he ran away. Maybe it was him.
Shut the fuck up, Alfred.
Are you saying this was
How's it going, Al?
fault?
No. I'm sure I didn't recognize him. He wasn't from here.
No. Peter dropped the stone and doesn't want to admit it.
I assure you, a monk would never do such a
Monk
thing.
in black. Did we see one at
I
the
don't
market?
believe him.
I saw a monk in black in the market.
Oh, did you? I was there too when you were. Tell us, what did he do when you saw him?
Yes, he almost stepped on the chickens.
He almost stepped on a few chickens.
Wait, Jack is right. I remember now. There was a monk there, and he went into the cathedral.
I'll go up front and look for him. You check the back.
All right.
How's it going today, Alchemist? Hope you're well. Where is the monk in black? Did he really cut the rope? Is it the crazy-eyed one who came up into the rafters? Because there was no body in the wreckage, if you remember. They said nobody got injured or anything. You would have thought they would have found somebody. At the very least in the rubble. Like burnt remains. And Alfred's agreeing. He probably wouldn't have done if we'd have been a dick to him earlier on again. Oh, there we go. There he is. But you said had some brats left for breakfast, but they were expired. No. Or is it our favourite monk? Wink, wink.
Where did he go?
Dropping stones on someone is very wrathful. He went this way, I think.
I don't see the monk by the mill.
Right, he went to the bridge. Always going into the thing. Oh god, it's not going to be Mum, is it?
Hey, you! Hey!
happened to you, monk.
Mother!
Jack?
He's not a monk! He tried to kill me!
You did what?
Please,
I know you. You are with them. Did they send you?
Please, let me go!
What did they send you for?
Tom Builder!
Hey, Starly.
I was sent here to kill Tom Builder.
Ooh.
Tom,
What is going on here?
take heed. I know you. I know your face. Tell them that you succeeded. Tell them that Tom Builder is dead.
But...
Tell them, or I will find you.
yes,
Speak up, or I'll put a curse on you.
I will tell them what you ask. Please.
Probably somebody from Bishop Whaleran's
hell?
group, I bet.
What was that? Why did you let him go?
He was after Tom. After all these years, it's happening again.
What is?
Just tell Tom to stay low. If we're lucky, they'll think he's dead.
Why don't you tell him?
I'm the reason they're trying to kill him. It's my fault.
What?
We should never have come to Kingsbridge, Jack.
I'm gonna guess that's somebody who works for Bishop Whaleran, and that Remigius is involved as well, because he found out about, you know, this connection between her and Tom, and that we're not his son and all that kind of stuff. And we know that he is Whaleran's stooge. So, yeah. They would also like to see the cathedral construction stop to divert the resources to whatever the bishop's trying to do, right? So, yeah. Pretty bad. Only 8 PM. No more working for me. Nice, Felix. A letter from Francis. Oh, we're playing as Philip now. My dear Philip, it has been far too long since we spoke last. To tell the truth, there is little I can write, as all of Earl Robert's scribes are sworn to secrecy. I remember well when we saw each other on New Year's Day and talked about the world of politics. Now that a few years have passed and the conflict between my Earl Robert and Stephen is still raging on, I can understand why you chose the life of a prior. Involving oneself in politics has always led to more suffering. I am accompanying Robert of Gloucester on his quest against Stephen through England. Wherever we go, everyone talks about the wonderful work Prior Philip of Kingsbridge is doing. Your Saint Adolphus is well known even in Wales and Scotland now. Your brother Francis.
Excuse me, Philip? Philip?
I'm sorry.
Is everything all right?
I was just thinking about my brother. What is it?
Aliena is ready to go to Shiring with you.
Then I must not keep her waiting.
I think we can assume that Remigius, or however you spell his dumb name, is always involved in shady shit. Oh, heck yeah. Absolutely. Alright, well, before we figure out what shady shit that is, guys, I'm going to take a quick break here. So, as always, 10 minutes. And Hi, guys. Welcome back. Alright, so we are on the road to Shiring.
As we rode, Aliena expressed relief that Percy Hamley held court in Shiring Town during the Fleece Fair, and not in her father's castle. I had not yet confessed to Aliena that I blamed myself for her father's fate. I felt the guilt and shame starting to rise when we came to a large group of peasants looking as desperate as the refugees that had come from Earl's Castle back then.
So we can either talk to them or head on. I think we should stop and talk to them.
Philip stopped to talk to the peasants, and so did I. Of course he couldn't pass by people in need of help. Not even when he was on his way to try and save Kingsbridge from another attack by the Hamleys. 2 of the peasants broke into tears and begged for food. Philip was mortified as they grabbed the hem of his robe and pleaded for mercy. They said they were from Wigley. They had illegally erected a mill and hadn't paid taxes to the Earl of Shiring for grinding flour. I bit my lip when they mentioned the title that used to belong to my father. As punishment, the Earl had destroyed their mill. Philip seemed unsure what to say about Percy Hamley's punishment for these peasants. I was less hesitant.
The dick. An earl has to show understanding or has to punish thieves. No.
I asked why they'd built an illegal mill. The peasants told us that milling taxes had doubled in their village. The peasants shouted and cried that the Earl had also burnt their fields, destroyed their houses, and taken their livestock from them. A few of them had even been killed. Philip told them to go to Kingsbridge for food. As we rode on, he said nothing. Maybe he had begun to lose hope that he would ever solve his problems with the Earl in Shiring.
I had never trusted the Hamleys, but it seemed I had grown careless over the years. They had thus far kept their word to King Stephen, but now I felt I should have known that they would eventually break it. As I was thinking these grim thoughts, we passed by a gallows with 2 men dangling by their necks. An old woman stood by one of the corpses and snarled at us.
Stop and talk to her or keep going? Let's keep going past this one, because, oof. Old snarling women by dead bodies?
Aliena
No
rode by my
thanks.
side without knowing that I had long been responsible for her family's fate. Ever since I had made the mistake of trusting Waylaran by God. I felt like a fly in a cobweb. Every move I made seemed to lead to further calamities. But then I heard Aliena as she sped past me. "Shiring," she exclaimed.
Did we ever come to the town? I don't think we did we? No, that was the end of the chapter. Well, hell, I could have done that before I went for my break. So what did we do? You did your best to finish the Corrible. Yes, we did. With Ellen and Milius' support, you managed to help the Fullers. Richard is trying to reclaim the earldom for himself and Aliena, and we visited Cuthbert and told Brother Arnaldus we will still bury him if something happens to him, so he's going to die eventually. I mean, we've got to do, right? And you caught the assassin. Ellen forced him to report that Tom is dead.
This is him.
A face like that never changes. If anyone can get you an audience with the Earl, it's Sheriff Eustace.
I hope Percy Hamley will show more understanding with us than he did with the people of Wigley. Good day, Sheriff. I must talk to the Earl. It's a legal matter of utmost urgency.
Get in line, monk.
Are they all waiting to see him?
What did you expect on court day, monk?
I fear this is going to take a while.
I'll go look for Richard.
Sheriff
Seeing
Eustace.
that he's going into battle, he needs equipment.
In the meantime, let's hope I can persuade the Earl to rethink this breach of our agreement.
I'll talk to Meg about the sales of the Priory's wool as well. We will find a way to keep the cathedral's construction going, Philip, with or without the stone and timber they took from us.
We must.
Yeah, we've got to go and find Richard then. I remember him. Used to be loyal to my father.
Good day, Sheriff. Will these people have to wait much longer?
If you have a complaint, talk to the Earl.
I don't think he even recognizes me anymore.
Sheriff Eustace, more like Sheriff useless. I'll wait to see the Earl on court day, and they don't look very confident.
If they hadn't replaced Father, I could have helped them. I cannot help them.
As it is written,
The prophet. Everyone seems to ignore him, even the sheriff. I wonder why. He'd be
the
crazy.
end is upon us, but our Earl will lead us to salvation.
Is that so?
A hard hand for hard times. It will all make sense. You will see.
No, he's talked himself into a rage.
The signs are all around us.
They say Jack's father was hanged here. Is that true? Was he really a thief?
They say that Jack's father was a thief and hanged in Shiring.
Our homes crumbling.
If that's true, then he must have died right here.
How many of you have
Poor man,
from grace
apathetic.
since
By
you
God, he reminds me of my father. He does kind of look a bit like the disheveled one, doesn't he?
the will to
Other
the
merchants offer
shining
cloth,
delivered
sell for high prices. It's easier to transport, but fulfilling wool is tough and expensive.
and our Earl
Oh, look who it is! It's Meg.
apostle to
Good
lead us
quality.
to salvation when the end comes.
But I'm not here to buy anything.
Our Earl sees.
Looks like trouble. Some customers are stubborn mules, a particularly unreasonable case. My business partner in Shiring wouldn't be in this trade without her. Let's go talk to her then.
That's not the price we
agreed on.
It is what we agreed on. Both of us.
Good to see you, Meg. I'm here to collect the money we've made so far.
Excuse me. We're in the middle of something.
What's the problem?
Even you merchants have become thieves. What a rotten place this has become.
He ordered the cartload of wool weeks ago. But now he refuses to pay the price we'd agreed upon.
Let's think about why the prices are so high this year.
So you can put more money into your pockets?
Actually, the Earl has raised all fees. It costs more to pass the gate, to set up shop, to get a license, and to trade.
I suppose. But the price is not as was agreed.
Did you use a tally to record the price?
But, are you with the sheriff? Just who are you, woman?
I am the owner of this business.
Oh.
Here's our half aliena.
Now, would you kindly hand me your part of the tally? There are more notches on our part.
2 pieces, 2 different prices.
Granted, adding notches to our part would have been much easier.
Aha! You're admitting it.
But the area with missing notches is thinner than the rest.
Shaved
You're
it off.
right. It looks like something was carved off.
What? Are you saying I'm a fraud?
Look, times are hard for all of us. I won't report you to the sheriff.
This wool will not make enough cloth for all of my master's servants' clothes.
Should have ordered more then, shouldn't
Let
you?
alone all the shirts he wants for himself.
Whoever pays servants and wants to wear many shirts should be able to pay the price for quality wool like this.
Quality? Yes, but it is not high quality. Now that you mention it, I see it. I cannot pay that much money for bad wool like this.
No, he's doubting the quality.
Fine. Then let me prove the quality of my wool.
Just you try.
I'm gonna take some of the wool, I'm gonna roll it up and turn it into a nice thread. Alright, nice, good, tight, firm thread. Strangle him with it.
You're trying to rip me off.
Let us work out a compromise.
So how do we do this? Just show it to him? I'll just kick him, yeah.
First you say one thing, and then you say another. Is this how you treat all your customers?
Find someone to appraise the wool.
I'll find an expert and prove it.
I'm waiting.
Maybe the Mad Prophet.
I'm taking my business.
No,
elsewhere.
not strangle him with wool yarn.
Calm down.
3.
But what else is wool yarn good for?
Not just gonna give away for free.
Outrageous.
Let's negotiate.
Come on.
You shove it down his throat, he'll either die choking or he'll get
You're
out,
trying to
but
rip me
his
off.
throat will be itching for
Yes,
days.
work
Ooh, I
out
like that.
compromise.
You thought the Earl was bad before.
Outrageous.
Let's negotiate.
Maybe we can leave the market and find someone to appraise the wool out there. A girl carrying meat, a blacksmith, a bread vendor, monks, and Flemish merchants. Aha! A fleece fair means merchants, yes.
Aren't you tired of Christian art? Their sad faces and dull colors are always giving me a foul mood. Just like this town.
I agree. I'd prefer to see lush paintings of the fine things in life.
Well then.
Maybe I should start painting. What would your first masterpiece be?
I'm thinking fruits and decorative objects, arranged on a luxurious tablecloth.
At least you could take your time with that. Fruit doesn't rot that quickly.
Maybe I could sell my paintings at markets.
You haven't painted your first one yet, and you're already thinking about selling it.
Excuse me, would you care to give me your opinion on the quality of this wool?
Of course. Please, show us. Oh, how wonderfully soft.
And what thorough scouring. There isn't a hint of dirt or grease.
The fiber is exceptionally fine, and the color is even and light.
Suitable for high-quality garments.
I'm glad you think so too. Would you be so kind as to confirm this to a customer of mine, should the need arise?
Of course. Just send them our way.
With all these taxes and the shrinking markets, I wasn't sure whether visiting Shiring would still be worth it. But for that quality of wool, I'll say it is.
There you go. Monks usually keep to their monasteries. Seen them before, not in Kingsbridge. So there's the bishop's palace. This was the castle that he was trying to erect. When the bishop, Walerin, wanted to take this whole place over for himself, that was the castle that we saw in the distance, because that's what he wanted to build, I think. Or at least renovate it. Can we go near it?
The bishop's palace.
I guess not. Let's talk to the monks.
Excuse me, do you know if something happened in Shiring? I know we suffer because of the war, but the town never used to seem this grim and hopeless.
Oh, we wouldn't know. We are but pilgrims in search of God's miracles. And a saint who will heal my foot. And my eyes. But yes, Shiring seems to hold no miracles these days. We heard the Earl is punishing his people for his own entertainment.
I heard so too. How is your pilgrimage going?
Always moving forwards. And sometimes backwards, because of my foot.
Good luck with your pilgrimage.
God bless you, good woman.
Been like 5 years for these poor guys now, just going around in circles. The bread looks hard as bricks and doesn't sell well.
Can I interest you in some horse bread?
Is that the only kind you have here?
It's the only one that hasn't gone green yet, I think.
If you sell green bread, your customers will get sick and you'll get into trouble.
What? Are you with the sheriff?
No, don't worry. Everyone seems to be afraid of Sheriff Eustace. I always heard he was a fat and lazy man.
It's not him. It's the Earl. Killed a good friend for milling without permission yesterday. Buried him under the rubble of his mill.
What?
Oof.
Shouldn't you make fresh bread?
If I could afford it. If you bring grain from outside the town, you must pay taxes nowadays. My friend's mill out there was a blessing. Sometimes he even let me use it for free, which was why they killed him. And I can't afford using the Earl's mills here in town.
What is the Earl thinking? Why is he hurting the business in town?
It's corrupt.
I don't know. Better don't start asking questions round here.
Corrupt as a corrupt thing is.
Would you be free for a sales discussion later today?
Ah, Lady Aliena, for you I will always find time.
I've heard business is slow.
Not for me it isn't. Plenty of knights need my services. His men have cleaned up well, I'd say. It suits me just fine that the Earl has swept the criminals off the streets. And those complaining about money and fees were never my customers or my friends.
The town used to be much livelier.
That's because the Earl and the Sheriff finally stepped up and got rid of all the thieves and cheats. I hope you're not stretching your wool before it's woven.
I would never trick my customers.
Good. Then you and me, we both won't get into trouble here in Shiring.
I wouldn't be too sure of that.
Oh, the Earl will find a way.
How much for a chainmail shirt?
That's £6.
Just for the chainmail?
I've got to make up for those taxes some way.
Damn.
What are you carrying there?
Not for sale. Or eating. Don't steal! Go away!
Oh, I didn't mean to upset you.
Oh.
Wow.
Where did you get this?
I'm not a thief. A man in the tavern promised me a bread crust if I fetch this from the market for him. I'm just taking a little break.
You look hungry.
Are you saying I should keep it? Nuh-uh. Thieves get hanged. I'll be good.
Oh, of course. Do you have a family that supports you?
My auntie sold flowers, but she couldn't afford to pay the taxes. Now I don't know where she is. I'm so hungry.
Oh, that just brought me back. Okay, then. That just brings you back around.
I don't have any business in there now.
Supposed to be a building of hope. Tom's Cathedral was meant to surpass even this.
That's not the price we agreed on.
Yeah, kid, your aunt's probably dead under a flower cart.
How's your family?
Yeah.
My father caught a cold.
Daylight robbery.
We agreed on the price.
Same as my wife.
But she's in the
First you say
geranium
one
patch.
thing, and then you say another. Is this how you treat all your customers?
There are Flemish merchants just a few streets away. They were very interested in my wool. And they would be delighted to confirm its quality to you.
Anyone can let their friends lie for them.
It is sad, but it seems we can't find an agreement. Keep your money, good man. We'll sell to somebody else. I was made an offer by the Flemish merchants, but I declined. I'm a merchant with principles, and we promised the wool to you. They'll be delighted to hear the good news.
No, wait. Maybe we can negotiate.
No negotiation.
My master would not want me to leave here with empty hands.
Offer a compromise? Do we really want to do that? Go on. I'll be nice.
Let's find a compromise. You buy the wool at the price we believe we agreed upon.
Well, why would I do that?
I will guarantee you first rights to my wool next year.
The prices go up when more than one bidder is involved.
I know. My master would not be pleased if I returned without wool one day. He's got an awful temper.
We don't compromise with dickheads. Well, we're getting the money we agreed upon now. We're just telling him next time round he gets first refusal.
We have a deal.
And that'll help him get it cheaper next time.
I'll buy your wool at your price.
Hopefully enough to get us all out of trouble.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Not.
You've learned well. A good merchant always strives for a deal that feels like a victory for both sides.
I had a good teacher. One more thing. Could you try to get Ovid's Amores for me when you travel to Winchester? It's a book.
Yes, I can ask Brother Theobald. His book collection is more comprehensive than the church would like.
Then he'll be the right one to ask. Thank you.
No problem at all.
Oh, how am I supposed to keep a family warm and
Still at the back of the queue. Alright, so... Actually, we should probably ask her if she's seen the brother. Come to think of it.
That's not him.
No, okay.
It's too expensive.
Fabric.
Have you seen a group of knights led by a man named Richard of Shiring?
A group of knights, you say? Are they perhaps interested in buying linen for a new gambeson?
They might, but I need to find them first.
We shall be on the lookout then.
Okay. I guess we'll just ask around town.
Have you seen a group of knights led by a man named Richard of Shiring?
No, we just arrived and headed straight for the church.
Ah, still, thank you. Have you heard of Richard of Shiring, the knight?
Whoever that is, he surely hasn't bought bread today. Why don't you ask the sheriff? He seems to have his eye on everyone.
Maybe we should, but...
Have you seen Richard and his knights?
They came by and looked at a few swords, but they didn't mention where they were going.
This is a long shot.
Have you seen a group of knights?
I'm not sure. I saw so many people today.
It's all right.
Alright. Let's ask the sheriff. Sheriff Useless. I mean Eustace.
The fleeces used to be bigger.
Repent for the king.
Have you seen a group of knights led by a man named Richard of Shiring?
You mean King Stephen's knights? Last time I saw them, they were chugging beer at the Lion and Lamb Tavern. They're going into battle, so they'd better not fall in love tonight.
How thoughtful of you.
Had it right the first time. The Lion and Lamb Tavern, of course, is getting drunk. You know, while waiting for his sister to go and buy him his armor, he's drunk. Lion and Lamb Tavern, where the hell would that be? Oh, the Tavern District. There's also a road there. Where does that lead? Round there, of course. Wow. Well sourced up. Look at this guy. Good grief. He's sitting way too close to the fire for a man with that much alcohol in his system. He's a fire hazard. The town drunk gazes into the fire more absent-minded than usual.
I don't have time to deal with drunks.
Quiet patrons. How long have they been here? What are they waiting for? They seem lost in
I
thought.
have to give money to my knight.
Joy is a rare sight. Let's ask the taverner.
How's business?
Slow.
Well, at least you still have your regulars.
Even in bad times, people drink. The Earl of Shiring has imposed new laws and taxes, and it makes times very bad for us.
Is this the Lion and Lamb?
The very same.
Okay.
What's your secret to success? You know, running a tavern.
People will give their last shirt for pleasant distractions. Especially when they have a lot they want to be distracted from. Would you like to order?
Oh, thank you, but I'm just here to see my brother and his men before the battle.
Would you like to order?
Oh.
Sir Alonso de Toledo.
Any new information on Maud's army, Sir Alonso?
Robert of Gloucester will bring the Angeli. There are said to be 1,000 men. But Stephen will bring more, and we'll be with him to lead the charge.
Does Robert of Gloucester have skilled men fighting for him?
Damned if we know.
Victory and glory will be ours, one way or another.
I hear you will face Empress Maud's army, Sir Simond.
We will do battle on the beautiful grounds of the illustrious Lincoln Castle.
Don't say it like that. She'll think we're just going there for the landscape.
Ah, but what a magnificent picture it makes.
Oh, just don't let yourself get distracted by the beauty, Sir Simond.
As you won't be there, I'm hopeful that I can focus on directing my blows at the enemy, my lady.
Are you ready for the battle?
It's my duty to be ready.
Good. He's probably thinking about the
Not his best line, but he took his shot, yes.
Are you ready for the battle?
I'm very excited. I don't care if we win or fall as long as it's in the name of the king.
Wow.
What a glorious way to die.
Idiot detected.
I'll remind you of these bold words when you lie in a pool of your own blood.
It's bad luck to say that.
You're going to be there to watch me, right?
Yes.
Today we ride to Lincoln. Drinks are on me.
Oh, right, yeah, I mean, with the money that I'm about to give you for all your new shit.
Taverner! Another round for everyone!
You're the best, Richard.
It's Sir Richard.
Nonsense. We're all brothers, right?
It is Sir Richard.
Oh.
And here I thought you needed my money for new armor.
Oh, I do. A knight is only as good as his equipment. Have you seen Alonso's
Vargas.
sword? With
How's it
men at
going?
arms so well equipped, how could I fight alongside King Stephen less well equipped?
And inferior armor may cost him his life.
Only the best for the best.
Hey, you should be more responsible with our money.
I spend it on my reputation. What's more responsible than that?
You are paying for other people's wine. Some of whom you don't even know.
Knighthood is about more than fighting, Ali. It's a way of life. We fight together, we drink together, we die together.
Right you are. To hell and back we go. To hell and back.
Alonso, you make that sound like a bad thing.
But you could spend our money a little more wisely.
Do you want William Hamley to become Earl of Shiring or me?
What kind of question is that? If we're lucky, then he will never return from the Holy Land.
He already did.
What?
We ran into Robert of Gloucester's men. At first, I wasn't sure it was him.
Wait, he's fighting for Robert?
He wore the cloak of a crusader.
No. Don't do it. Please. Have mercy. My God, please. Don't.
Or was he just fighting on their side?
And then
like
King
first down the
Stephen
battle?
called out his name.
Yeah, okay, he's fighting on
Join
Stephen's
me.
side.
We ride.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to upset you.
You what?
This is not about you or me, Ali. Allowing the father of that monster to remain Earl would not only betray our father, it'd mean betraying everyone.
Fucking Templar, get an assassin
William
in here.
is a butcher, a filthy bastard without honor.
Mind your tongue. You speak of the son of the Earl of Shiring.
I am the son of the Earl.
Sir Richard, your father went against our king and lost his title and his land. You are not the heir to the title, not as things are now.
What did you just say?
How easy.
This is going very
You
well.
treacherous bastard!
Calm down. Do you want to slaughter each other and help the enemy?
Accusing me of treason. You most royal man at arms.
Me or William? Choose a goddamn side, Alonso of Toledo. Come on, choose!
Can we get them to stop quarreling? I think we only came here to give this guy money. Jesus Christ. I'm doing well anyway, Vargas. How are you doing today, buddy?
You disparage me for stating the truth. I've always been your most royal man at arms, have I not?
The one with the biggest mouth, too.
An apology would solve this.
I'm sorry. You see? There's nothing to it.
I said nothing wrong. I'm just trying to keep you grounded.
How
I've
dare
collected
you
our
imply
earnings,
that William
Richard.
and his fat father have a right to my lands?
Can't believe this.
We should try to reconcile
I can't let
them.
you go into war arguing like this.
I asked for your money, not for your advice.
So how do we do this?
Now, can't you just agree to disagree? Please.
Showing
Percy
father's
Hamley's
dagger?
title is a
Better
fact,
not.
not an
No?
opinion.
Okay.
It
How would
is
we do
not.
this?
He does not deserve it.
This is not about who deserves what. The king
Do they
appointed
often
him.
fight like that?
You should come to terms with that fact.
Ah, they're both very proud. Give them a few days, they'll get tired.
Days.
They don't have that long.
Tell him if he doesn't reconcile, he won't get the money. Yeah.
What did you just say?
I've collected
no.
our earnings, Richard.
Good. At least there's one person I can rely on. My sister.
Can't believe this.
Yeah, fuck you, Richard. You heard me. The other dude did say, what did you say? And that's the only suitable answer? Yeah. I do want to reconcile them, because you know if you don't, then there's going to be some bad shit goes on here.
I'm sorry, but I can't let you go into war arguing like this.
Let's see if
I
we can
asked for your
leave
money,
first.
not for your advice. I'm done talking to you.
Very mature.
If we talk to the tavern owner?
Would you like to order?
Oh, thank you.
No. Okay. Barrels.
Want to say something?
Never.
But there must be something we can do outside, right? No more talking with any of these guys.
Has the queue not moved at all?
We stand like pillars of salt.
In the
But I'm
rain,
sure the Earl will
melting
accept
away.
petitioners soon. I hope it's before the workers at Kingsbridge leave the construction site because I cannot pay them.
You're good just rushing dinner, going to the knife throwing club tonight? Nice! First time in 14 months, awesome! Have fun. Didn't the girl with the meat say someone from the tavern centre? Yeah, but we didn't have a talk option with her.
Things are taking place.
Shouldn't you be by the Earl's side to be his advisor?
Our Earl is no use for me today. but I think you'd be to his liking. Go ahead and wait for your turn.
There's a fight in the pub. You might want to go and take care of it.
Excuse
See
me,
the sheriff.
Speak to the Earl.
How would you solve a conflict?
That's easy. Just put the guilty devil in the stocks and let the crowd shame some sense into him. And if he's too poor to pay his due, we hang him.
That doesn't
But
work
what
in
if
this
no
case.
one involved is guilty?
Then we punish both sides for being a damn inconvenience to everybody else. Why? You got a candidate for the stocks?
No, everything is in order, Sheriff.
From grace, seduced by hell.
Truly a man of justice.
Mm-hmm.
Philip, do you know how to settle a fight between knights?
Oh, I'm afraid you know them much better than I do. Usually, understanding and compromise are the foundation for peace.
But I'm afraid not all are willing to try, and would rather antagonize one another indefinitely.
Our Earl will be the new apostle to lead us to
Also just fighting with a green screen? Ah, cool.
Our Earl sees, and our
I doubt that would help to stop their quarrelling.
Well, we could get Megan there and, you know, you can tell them to cut their bullshit.
we must prepare ourselves.
Get advice from around the town, that's what I think.
Do people get into quarrels in Flanders? How do you resolve them?
Knife fight.
Negotiation is key, simple as that.
I say, if you can't agree, you leave it be.
I'm afraid I can't. How would you reconcile two people in disagreement?
Play is something that brings people together.
That is very true.
We carry the French game of Fiège with us.
Oh, could I borrow it?
Ooh.
If you bring it back before nightfall, I see no harm in it.
I will.
Get them to settle things. The game of, well, it looks like checkers to me. Nice, there we go, see.
Can't we just forget about it?
No, we have to play a game. Plonk.
Now fight it out like real knights should. With a battle of wits.
Playing a board game, I don't know.
You're scared I could win.
Oh, let's begin.
There we go then. That is a
Now,
big board to be kept in a pouch,
Let's
yes.
start with a careful opening.
Good choice. The general who gives in to anger will send his troops to their deaths.
Exactly right, Ali. First, I'll focus on defense. Let's see what Alonso's got.
Bag of holding, yes.
Ooh, well played. A classic opening move.
Now's a good time to attack.
No. Back up a little bit more.
A slow,
Slow again.
organized advance is better than a hasty attack.
But you can't win if you entrench in open battle, Ali. And here I stride to victory.
You reached the end of the board.
What a crowd!
2 moves.
I got a king!
You call this piece a king? In Spain, we call it a queen. She's quite powerful and has a mind of her own.
All right, a queen then. Now I can sweep the entire board with her.
No, don't be hasty. The highest art of war is to break the enemy without a fight.
Nonsense. I have to seize this advantage. I've got a queen on my side. Time to rampage. When the sovereign has been claimed, the game is almost decided.
I could fight to the last piece. But a good commander has foresight, and I can see this game is lost. I admit defeat.
Well, there we go.
You ended this before it even began. Even a scribe would struggle making this an epic of glory.
This was about strategy, not showmanship. Huh. It seems like Lady Aliena is a valuable strategic advisor. This is a good start, but you have a long way to go.
You're always so critical.
I understand that he's the tactician, and I endeavour to trust his instincts and experience to guide him.
But you yourself
But
are
I
an
don't.
exceptional diplomat and businesswoman here. You complement each other in the way you think.
I guess you're right.
If you are wise enough to trust these Queen's instincts in these matters, my friend, you too will indeed be able to take back the earldom.
You think we can do it? So, can I rely on your loyalty?
You can.
Of course, we're brothers in arms.
Good. You've an important battle ahead of you. I'll bring you the money.
Give him as much as Philip, less than Philip, or more than Philip. So that's the thing, Philip really needs this. I'd say give him as much. Treat them fairly.
Here.
Finally. I mean, thank you, Ellie.
You're welcome.
This
Jesus.
will cover decent equipment. Nothing exceptional, but it will do.
Just promise to be careful.
I've learned a few tricks. I'll be fine.
Must you really fight? What is all this good for?
Absolutely nothing.
For father, Ali. I will save Shiring from Percy Hamley.
But who's going to save you?
With men like these, I'm afraid I'm already beyond saving. For victory!
That could be taken entirely the wrong way.
For victory!
With men
I
like these,
see.
I'm beyond saving.
I wish you the best of luck. I'll be at the marketplace giving Philip his part of the money.
And make more money, I hope.
Say it again. I said war. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. There's still money left, but it's not mine to keep.
The taverner make...
Get out of here. Alright. Oh yeah, we should bring this back to the monks first.
You've done me a great favor.
We are glad to hear it. Thank you for returning it. We always pass the time on our travels trying to best each other.
And that's not because it rains.
Got to make up for those taxes somehow.
Here.
Thank you. It should be enough to keep our workers around until I have solved our problems with Percy Hamley. But Tom said that without stone and timber, we will have to stop construction in a month.
You must speak to the Earl.
Have you finished your business?
Yeah. We're done.
Yes.
Glad to hear it.
Philip, I now understand why our market at Kingsbridge has had more visitors lately.
This one's shit.
Shiring isn't what it used to be. Steep taxes and strict laws have taken their toll on the town.
Is that so?
These merchants would give anything to do their business at another fleece fair, but there's none nearby. They need a place with fair taxes, one that can put those taxes to good use.
Are you thinking of a fleece fair in Kingsbridge?
Call in the monk and the woman he's with.
You, impatient monk.
Impatient monk.
It's your turn. The girl, too.
Me? What? Did you want me to come with you?
No. We're not first in line, are we?
Well, lucky you, then. Get moving.
Well, he knows why we're here, of course.
Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge.
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's William.
Of Shiring.
Thank you for hearing me, old Percy.
It's William.
Please allow me to introduce my friend, Aliena of Kingsbridge.
I knew it was you. Oh, it doesn't sound like you missed me.
I demand to talk to the Earl of Shiring. He has broken his word.
You are talking to the Earl of Shiring.
Bishop Whaler.
Oh, no.
The enemies of this earldom have taken Percy Hamley from our midst.
Mother!
It's dripping on me.
Do you consider yourself a friend of the earldom of Shiring, Philip?
Friend? That damn monk is drinking the blood of my earldom!
It is not for us to damn them, Lord William. But judge them we must.
What you are doing to the people of Shiring is shameful.
Your father would have done well to teach you respect.
The monk's a thief and so are you. And I don't take as kindly to thieves as my father did. Shiring will change.
What crimes did we commit then?
The king has never licensed a market in Kingsbridge.
Your market is illegal, Philip.
You are stealing my taxes by allowing my people to trade in your sorry priory, and you disrespect my authority!
Is that true, Philip?
I will talk to the king about this.
You and your friends have always played by your own rules, but not anymore. Fracture for fracture, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. The days of Kingsbridge Cathedral are over.
Now leave. The next time I will show no mercy.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, that's not good. So Waleran probably poisoned them and put William on the throne. He's been grooming this kid for years anyway. Wow. So Aliena solved the sales conflict with a compromise and showed extraordinary skill as a merchant. Split the money evenly between Philip and Richard. And if I'd have known this was going to happen, I wouldn't have given a damn thing. Not a damn thing to Richard. But anyway. Aliena and Richard were a functioning team. I mean, I did question nearly all of his moves, but that's kind of the point, right? Aliena returned the board game to its owners, the monks, and then helped Philip pay the workers, and then shit happened. Wow.
I had assumed that as long as the market was held within the walls of the priory, and the taxes supported the construction of our cathedral, Kingsbridge would need no market license. I had made a foolish mistake. Now I had no option but to call on King Stephen for help. And as Aliena suggested, I joined the knights on their way north to Lincoln.
Oh wow, we're going all the way to Lincoln.
More and more men joined our group. Most of them had no horses and no weapons to speak of. As King Stephen prepared for his final battle against Robert of Gloucester, he had ordered all able men of his earldoms to fight in the north.
The north remembers.
At nightfall, our group reached a large camp of Stephen's men.
Either go to sleep or walk the camp. I think we'll do that.
Many men asked me to pray with them. They were husbands, fathers, and children about to fight in a war that most of them did not understand. It was then that I witnessed Aliena's brother Richard shouting at a man. The man was in tears, saying he did not want to fight and begging to be allowed to go home.
Oh boy, admonish Richard or don't interfere. I think Philip would stay out of it. I mean, at the end of the day, this is an army. But a lot of the time they're just peasants, conscripts, but yeah. I think by now he wouldn't interfere in this kind of stuff. We'll
Richard told me that he would hang deserters himself if need be. The man stared at him for a long while, and then started shouting infamities about Robert of Gloucester and began to laugh. Richard and his knights joined in and began to cheer for the king. Richard seemed to me just as desperate as the young man, but he did not know it. His temper would not make him a just earl, I thought. But again, I hoped to see a cruel man win his battles, only to defeat a man more cruel than him, William Hamley. After a long first day on my way to Lincoln, I found a place to rest. I fell asleep soon and dreamed about soldiers. But these soldiers were not on their way to Lincoln. They had come up the twisting hillside path to our little hamlet in North Wales. My brother Francis and I had tried to outrun them and to warn my parents. But as always when I had this dream, we were too late. King Henry's men had killed Mam and Da. Abbot Peter came to take us in, just as it had happened so long ago. But this time, in my dream, something was different. I was 6 years old then, and Abbot Peter had not yet taught us about God. But still, I asked the monk the question, why did God do that? I had said that. It had been my voice answering the child. It was me. I was responsible for the fate of these children, Richard and Aliena. As I tried to calm them, I realized the blood of their father was still on my hands. I awoke with a start. It was as if my dream had not been a warning, but a reminder. I had sinned, and I had to atone for my sins. I prayed that I would be able to help those that had already suffered by my hand, and all of Kingsbridge.
It's so weird to me, though, that he really thinks he's responsible, you know, because he's not. Yeah, he found the letter that pointed King Stephen towards the treachery of the Earl, who was going to side with Robert of Gloucester, right? But he chose not to send it. He didn't want to send it to the bishop. He left that to his brother. So really the blood is on his brother's hands, not his hands, but he still feels responsible because he was just there. And he didn't stop it. You know, he should have just burned the letter. I mean, that's also the weird thing that I couldn't get around last night was if Remigius is Walerian Stoogie, why did he want to burn all the letters and everything in the study? That letter would have gone with it, but he was clearly looking for it. So I don't know what that's all about. Maybe that would have just been a cover. You know, for like, what letter? We burned everything in the study.
After what felt like an eternity, the sun rose and we continued on our way to Lincoln. As we moved, I remembered hearing that Bishop Waleran had been to Rome, and William had fought in the Holy Land. I told myself that King Stephen would eventually see these men for what they really were. He had to. And I tried to convince myself that God would make things right.
You are late. Is it done?
Yes, my bishop.
This is the kid who was watching the door, I bet. Yep, it is.
Their builder is dead.
I thought it might have been him.
What about the saint?
I couldn't get into their crypt unseen.
You disappoint me again, Timothy.
Please, when did I ever fail you before today, Right Reverend?
Regan Hamley is alive.
Oh, did she survive? Oh, the mom survived.
No. Your poison has left her in a deep sleep. When the time is right, I will send our Earl of Shiring to finish what I asked of you. Kingsbridge will fall.
Hurry up, my friend. Or do you not want to see our king after all?
That is too thick.
Then let's not waste more time.
Yep.
Come on, Philip.
Very thick. I've asked King Stephen for a market license. Yes, that's one thing we do need. Well, guys, anyway, I'm sorry to close it a bit early, but like I said at the start of the stream, I have a headache and it's been getting worse this last hour or so. So I'm going to go and rest up for the rest of the evening now. It's moved from the back of my left eye to behind both eyes and right up here and horrible. So yeah, I'm going to have to close it there for the day.